this is Mongo from WoodLoom Prop Shop. Today we're going to show you how to assemble and finish your WoodLoom foam stone. When your stone arrives, you'll open it up and find fun bubble wrap, your base, and the two halves of your stone. As you'll notice, your base, in this case, it's a 3 stair-step base. That's 2 pieces. They go together like that. You'll see holes in the bottom that are pre-drilled for your hold downs. We'll get into that later. Also, the stones are pre-cut for your hold downs as well. First thing we're going to want to do, we'll actually do with a different stone I have here. One of our taller stones. So you're going to start with construction adhesive. In this case, this is a Loctite brand polyurethane construction adhesive. I've also used Red Devil construction adhesive. There's some latex stuff out there. Gonna spray a little adhesive. Down the outside edge. A little bit in the middle. That's going to squish out really good once you put it together. Take your other half, put it on there and kind of wiggle it and push it down as you go. Just spread it out a little bit. You want to get all your edges aligned as best you can. The edges may not all fit perfect at this stage, but we're going to fix that here in a little bit. So don't worry if it's not quite perfect. The main thing is making sure your base and your hold down holes in the bottom are good and square together, and that the base is good and flat. You want to take that. It's good to put a board, piece of cardboard, something on top of it to protect your epitaph. And put something heavy on it. So for demonstration purposes, we're just going to take this away and I'll show you how to do the base. Just like your tombstone, you're going to want to take the 2 pieces of your base, squirt some construction adhesive all the way around here. Line it up. Remember to kind of mush it down, squeeze it a little bit, get it spread out in between there. Then a little more carefully than we did with the top, I'm going to put your wood on there. And don't just drop this on top. And let it dry. Once your glue's dried, you're going to go back to the glue and squirt some down into your base. Then you're going to take the stone and very carefully start with one edge and work the corner and that edge just barely down in there. Now if your stone, depending on how much glue you used, your stone may be a little fat to fit in the base. The bases are cut very, very snug. They're cut right to the correct dimensions. So if you've got a lot of glue, it may be a little tight. You may have to go to your foam block, give it a little sand to get it in there. You want to really watch your front and your back edge as you work this down and make sure it goes in. I'm almost in on the back here now. Just kind of push it down and then push it down till it goes. all the way, and your stone is good and square in the base. And underneath, you should be able to look and see that the stone is bottomed out in the base. Now that we have our stone glued together, we're going to go to our sanding foam and just make sure that it's all perfectly, that they match really well. Typically, this won't require a lot of sanding, but your best results are going to be hitting all the spots. You may have a spot like this. Don't worry about it at this stage. Next, we're going to get a little wood putty. I like to just get a nice big glob and start squeezing it into the edge. Let's get real good and messy with it. It's part of the fun. And you can come back, clean it up a little bit. The cleaner you make this, the less sanding you have to do on the next step. Once you've got your side filled in, you're going to want to focus on the front of the stone. And you'll notice there's some cracks that probably run across the face of your stone. These are left over from the extrusion process. Just going to want to get some, dab it on there, fill it in good. Might want to use a knife when you get around your letters, because you don't want to get any more than you need to around the letters, because once again, you'll be the one sanding it off when you're done. This is just wood putty though, so it's definitely not permanent. If you don't worry too much if you get a little somewhere you don't mean for it to be. It sands right off pretty easily. So you get the idea. You want to fill in any cracks, make sure the surface is smooth, make sure your edges have got enough buildup that you can sand them and make them smooth. You also want to make sure you get your edge between the two pieces of the base. If you do have a two-piece base, wood putty that all the way around just like you did the sides. Once your wood filler's had time to dry, you're going to want to get your sanding sponge again and sand all the surfaces that you put wood filler on. You're going to want to get all the excess wood filler off and make it nice and smooth. When you get to your face, you'll want to do the same. You're also going to want to go through and look at any of the detail work on your stone. If you have grooves cut, you want to run the sanding sponge through it. Kind of get the edges, get them nice and crisp. They might have a little bit of foam fuzz on them. Also want to look at any of your lettering and see if you've got any that might need a little help. Gently sand those. I usually go ahead and sand the whole surface. Make it nice and consistent. If you need to, come back in and clean out some of that'll get down in your lettering. For painting your stones, I like to use Drylock. Drylock's a masonry waterproofer. that you can get at Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace, any hardware store. It comes in gray and white, and it's got a little bit of grit in it, so when it's finished it gives a nice stone texture. Once you've got a good coat of dry lock on the whole thing, you can come back with a different color, darker color latex paint. I like to buy these Oops paints from Lowe's or Home Depot. These are paints that they've mixed for somebody that they didn't like the color, so they brought it back. Usually you can buy them for like $1 or 50 cents. I've got a whole collection of them. You can also, if they're latex based, mix them with the dry lock if you want to tint your dry lock to get a darker color. On these stones, for example, I've gone in and painted with a fine detail brush in the lettering. For added strength, all our stones are cut, ready for a 1/2-inch piece of PVC pipe to slide in the bottom to add a little extra strength in really windy environments. Once again, this is Mongo from WoodLoom Prop Shop. Thanks for watching our YouTube. These were just a few of the styles we offer. To see more, visit our website at woodloom.com. If you have something in mind that you don't see, feel free to shoot us an email for some custom design work, or if you've got pictures of a stone you'd like to recreate, we can do that too. You can also follow us on Facebook to see whatever the current prop is rolling out of the prop shop. Thanks for watching.